Well, thanks for checking out this pitch clip for what I think could be an awesome low budget film called The Way. And it came about from researching for another project and finding this amazing documentary, Finding Joe.
Joseph Campbell was one of the leading mythology experts of all time.
Joseph Campbell is a philosopher, a man who had this ability to see the truth in a world where we've lost sight of that in many ways.
Yeah, so it's an incredible documentary about storytelling featuring people like Deepak Chopra and Tony Hawk, the top writers and directors in Hollywood, musicians, all talking about the incredible hero's journey that Joseph Campbell had kind of mapped the blueprint for by studying all the different cultures and how all the great hero stories are kind of similar. But one guy that stood out in particular was incredible to me, and this is what I found.
The whole idea of hero's journey, a journey of life, clear patterns to guide you through. You're born, you have a childhood, you have adolescence, and you try to find a place for you to become an adult. And you go through adventures. You struggle with your inner conflicts. And finally, you become a hero. You slay the dragons. You succeed in conquering all the demons, and you step over thresholds, and finally you have arrived. We get old, we die, but within this short span, we have to have some meaning, some reason for this existence. It doesn't have to be high and mighty and fantastic. You can have a very simple life, still go through the similar pattern.
Yeah, so he had a great presence and I think tone, and reminded me very much of like a Chinese version of one of the great characters on screen, the one and only Mr. Miyagi.
But how do I know if my picture's the right one?
If come from inside you, always right on. Karate here. Karate here. Karate never here.
Yeah, so it was an iconic character, and I see the opportunity to once again put the relationship between an old master and a younger student like character on the big screen. And yeah, it'd be different to have a Chinese version with Tai Chi instead of the karate and all the meaning behind it now. It's funny because I swapped messages with him and actually said that let's create the Karate Kid without the karate, and he got back to me straight away, very keen to be involved, and I think we can develop something up. The story about finding the way, set in Oregon, which is beautifully, positioned on the west coast of America, lots of scenic stuff there. And the main character we meet at the worst time of his life. He's basically, in the first scenes of the film, trying to take his own life, which would be dramatic. And then we find out as this goes on that, he's missing his family from years before, and basically he's given up. But he's lying to everybody, his therapist. He doesn't tell anyone really what's going on. And it's in the relationship between him and the older Chinese Tai Chi teacher that we find out all these things. And they meet randomly and the friendship develops. That's what the story's about. A wise old master imparting his knowledge to a young, eager student, and it's all wrapped up in friendship, stories, and wisdom, and East meets West. And here's an example of that knowledge.
We tend to go to the goal-oriented outcome. We want to achieve. We forget to enjoy the process. Yeah. We want to immediately be in full blossom. We forget the real enjoyment of how to plant the seeds, sprouting and gradually leafing out finally into a bud, and hopefully, if you're lucky enough and everything goes right, you have this wonderful close opening, and that in a way finish a round. Nature start all over again. Next spring, the bulb will start all over again.
Yeah, so it's an incredible opportunity to create some real wisdom, and that's what happens to the main character. He finds his balance, reaches out to his family, makes a connection, and goes from pretty much wanting to die to finding happiness. Now, there's a massive market out there for the self-help books, and I think we could target that at a story like this. Tai Chi and the explanations and wisdom and spirituality behind it, harmony and balance.
You remember lesson about balance?
Yeah.
A lesson not just karate only. Lesson for whole life. Whole life have a balance. Everything be better.
Yeah, so it's an exciting opportunity to develop up a screenplay. Al Huang, the amazing wisdom that he's shared with books and turn it into a screenplay and then into a film. Thanks for watching.